Cat woman.
Both of them. Smaller can, goofies. The whole bag.
I want the Reese's.
Mom, grab that one. Grab that candy on the ground.
Elizabeth, go over by poison ivy. Go over by poison ivy.
Go through it again.
Good afternoon and welcome. But first, I, the Riddler, must tell you how we have arrived here. There's a stream that has flowed through the center of a forest a long ways from here for thousands of years. It begins as a cold, clear fountain and flowing out of the side of a hill, and then it winds and it tumbles down over mossy stones and last year's autumn leaves, flowing through a forest of trees before it flows through a small, tucked away magical meadow that is buried deep in the center of this woods. At the meadow, the stream widens to approximately 10 foot wide and a foot deep, with fallen trees forming bridges for squirrels, foxes, and children looking for secrets. Sunlight reveals the stream is full of life, crayfish picking over pebbles, water beetles dancing on the top, and young bass darting among the roots, branches, and the softly bubbling water. The stream is full of life, and it's full of secrets. Sunlight. And regarding it silently on the bank, to the Riddler and the Joker. And least of all, we cannot forget Harley Quinn. The Riddler, along with the Joker and Harley Quinn, had arrived at the stream after walking the forest path for nearly 2 hours. You remember that? Walked that path for 2 hours, and every step of the way, Harley and the Joker spoke anxiously of the impending choices on life that filled their minds with confusion. To get married or not, problems of life, and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I, the Riddler, I only listened. And when we reached that stream in the small meadow, Harley and the Joker finally fell silent. And they stood side by side looking down at that water. Then, pointing to a stick that was laying on the side, the Riddler asked, "If you throw that stick into the water, where will it go?" Now these two, they both looked at each other. Have they told you the story yet? Okay, they both looked at each other, and they just kind of looked at me like I was crazy. And you know the Riddler is not crazy. And the Joker said, "That's easy, just gonna float downstream." But I, the Riddler, shook my head and I said, no, I want you to tell me exactly where will it go. Harley then, she crouches down, looks at the water, and looks at it very carefully. She notes the paths of the leaves going down through the water, and she notes the bubbles, and she notes everything about the water. Well, Harley says, if I throw a stick and it lands right at that spot, it will follow the current between those two rocks, rush over that little fall, then swirl in that eddy for a moment, then pass under this branch and move off under the fallen log over there. Harley smiled confidently, and she looks over at the Joker, and Joker shakes his head. Yes, 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 I agree. All right, the Riddler said. Toss the stick. And Harley did. And surprise, or no surprise, the stick traveled on a course entirely different from the one they had predicted. They watched that stick drift out of sight. Harley and the Joker shuffled their feet, and they kept looking at each other, but finally they looked up in my eyes. The important thing, I said to both of them, the important thing, just to throw the stick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here today because Tori Brown, a.k.a. Harley Quinn, and Joshua Petrie, a.k.a. the Joker, have decided to throw the stick together into the unpredicting river of life. And you agree it's unpredicting, do you not? In a world of endless choices, unpredictable outcomes, and no guarantees, they're doing the finest thing two people can ever do. They're making a commitment before friends and family to devote their lives to each other. And we call this a wedding. It comes from an old Germanic word meaning a pledge. And this is worth remembering as we consider what this day is all about. We make very few pledges today. Yeah, we don't make pledges. But today we celebrate with Tori and Joshua as they make theirs, a pledge to each other, not as individuals, but as two that are choosing to become one. Marriage is perhaps the greatest and most challenging adventure of human relationships. No ceremony can create your marriage. Only you two can do that. Through love and patience, through dedication and perseverance, through talking and listening, helping and supporting and believing in each other. Through tenderness and laughter, through learning to forgive, learning to appreciate your differences, and by learning to make the important things matter, and just let go of the rest. That is what this ceremony can do. And that is why we are here to witness and affirm the choice you make to stand together as life mates and partners in life, of mayhem, of joy, and of course, of sorrow. I got to ask you two a question, and will you take each other's hands as I ask you this question? Yes. All right. Got to ask you all this. Two people in love do not live in isolation. Their love is a source of strength with which they may nourish not only each other, but also the world around them. In turn, we, the community of friends and family, have a responsibility to this couple. By our steadfast care, respect, and love, we can support their marriage and the new family they are creating today. This is a question for all of you out here. Will you all who are present here today surround Tori and Joshua in love, offering them the joys of your friendship and supporting them in their marriage? We will is a proper answer. Good, you answered that riddle. Okay. Here we go. Oh, will you, Joshua, a.k.a. the Joker, take this woman to be your wedded wife? Will you, Tori, a.k.a. Harley, take this man to be your wedded husband?
I do.
We have come to the point of your ceremony where you're going to say your vows to one another. But before you do that, I ask you to remember, I'm the Riddler. I got to have riddles. That's what life is just riddles. But before you do that, I ask you to remember that love, which is rooted in faith, trust, and acceptance, will be the foundation of an abiding and deepening relationship. No other ties more tender, no other vows more sacred than those now that you will assume. If you too, Joker and Harley, if you're able to keep the vows you take here today, not because of any religious or civic law, but only out of a desire to love and be loved by another person fully without limitation, then your life will have the joy, and the home you establish will be a place in which you both will find the direction of your growth, your freedom, and your responsibility. Please repeat after me, and I'm going to start first with Harley. I, Harley, take you, Joker, to be my lawfully wedded husband, my constant friend and partner, and my love. Joker, it's your turn. Harley, I take you, Harley, to be my lawfully wedded wife, my constant friend, and partner, and my love. Now I'm going to ask you both to acknowledge these vows, and I will read each with each saying to each other after I get done. I will work to create a bond of honesty, respect, and trust, one that withstands the tides of time and change and grows among us. Got that one. I vow to honor and respect you for all that you are and will become, taking pride in who we are, both separately and together. I promise to challenge you, and to accept challenges from you. I will join with you in our community in an ongoing struggle to create a world we all want to live in, where love and friendship will be recognized and celebrated in all their many forms. And after all of the mayhem of the day, I will return only to you. Our home will be a sanctuary and a respite for us and for those whom we cherish. Above all, I will give you my love freely and unconditionally. I pledge this to you from the bottom of my heart for all these days of our lives. All right. They got these riddles right, so I guess where we're at, I'm going to need those rings. So, ring man. Okay. And so I don't drop these, I'm going to be very smart about this. And I'm going to untie this over here on the bench. Aha! Joker, please take this ring and place it on the hand of your partner in love and mayhem. And then repeat after me. Tori, I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you. Take this ring and please put this on the Joker's hand and repeat after me. Joshua, I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you. I want to say a prayer over these two. Lord God, I just ask you to please bless these two in their marriage, to watch over them and to comfort them in time of sorrow, and to laugh with them during times of joy. Lord God, I ask you to pour down your grace upon Tori and Joshua, that they may fulfill the vows that they have made today and reflect your steadfast love and their lifelong faithfulness to each other. Now, by the power of your love and your commitment, and by the virtue and authority vested in me by the state of Michigan, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss each other. The new Mr. and Mrs. Dietrich.
Yay!